Hey everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. What I'm seeing in the pre-shuffle is that it looks like there's some major restructuring that's going on. This can be in some area of your life that was maybe like somewhat untouched before, but it can be an important area of your life. Well, it can be something that it like wasn't the time to be doing something with it until now, and I'm seeing the efforts that are being put in. It's to like make things better and maybe to update them. Like some of you that you can like be updating actually a physical space that you can have, but it can be some type of thing that's happening like in a relationship, or it can be within your home, or it can be like within your heart, it can be within yourself. It can be in a work situation, even whatever it is. I'm seeing that it looks like something is ready to be upgraded now at this point. I do see this as being some important area of your life that this is connected to. We are starting off first with the Empress. Wow, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So the Empress is a card that is connected with how when we are in alignment, we are at our most powerful. When we're not in alignment, it's something that it weakens our energy and it weakens our life force. However, when we are in alignment, when we're moving in a way that is like honest, in a way that's authentic, in a way where we are like truly allowing ourselves to be ourselves, regardless of the circumstance, it's something where really, regardless of the circumstance, it is something where we call our power back to us and we feel our most abundant, we feel our most capable. It's like all of those natural things within us are able to flow from us, and we don't feel like we're having those blockages. So maybe there's something going on here where there's a chapter that you're having that's connected with your Venus energy. This can be like learning how to empower that. It can be learning more about what Venus means to you personally and what you want to be doing with that. So Venus is connected with the energy that is the divine feminine. So this means too that it is an energy that is receptive. It is also an energy that is adaptable because it's connected with what it is that we have going on, what we feel as being appropriate to do in the circumstances, and what naturally we feel inspired to come forth with. And so having that Ace of Pentacles there, it can be like, I want to show up in a way that feels empowering within my relationships, or I want to give my focus to relationships that feel empowering to me. It can also be more of a focus on wanting things to feel fair. It can be recognizing how important compatibility is, because when we have compatibility, it means that there's equality within the exchanges that we have. You can also be focusing on what you're deeming now at this point in time as being important to you. So having that Ace of Pentacles there, it's a new chapter with like all Venus things, I guess, like whatever areas of Venus it is that you want to be living this out through. And there can be some detoxifying if that's necessary. It can be like anything that's stopping me from embodying the energy of the Empress. That's stuff that I'm going to be tending to here, because I want to be in a place where I feel like I am experiencing the potential of this lifetime. And when we are allowing ourselves to do that, it feels good. Okay, we do have 10 of Swords. So in order to have this new chapter, there can be something else that's coming to an end. And maybe also too, this new chapter is about ending the things that need to come to an end. What this can mean as well is that having this new chapter does allow something to come to an end so that we can actually have this chapter that we want to be having. And having the Empress be the one that's coming through and offering it, like maybe something's going on with that Venus energy that's coming through and saying like, hey, I can give this to you so you can get up off of the ground now and we can have this story. And I do feel like it's Venus themed, whatever this is. Our personal power is also connected with Venus as well. Some of you, you're in the process of learning from an ending that you're going through. It can be something that you already went through. But it feels like something that happened or something that's in the process of happening. Page of Swords is a card that's going to learn. So I'm not just moving through the experience and like all of it is going like in one ear and out the other. This is more so I'm going through my experience and I'm observing things and I'm picking things up and I'm understanding and I'm growing from that. And so there is wisdom. We use this in a way to inform things, inform even the next moves that we're going to be making too. So maybe something happened here and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to write that down because I'm not trying to go through this again. So it can be a time when you're really paying attention to what this was that had happened. And yeah, it feels kind of like playing a game of chess and then like maybe you lost that game, and so you're like, well, what moves did they make here? And you know, if I would have made this move instead, like maybe that wouldn't have happened, or like I would have been able to complete this, you know. So it can be that type of process that you're going through, but it can be in a way where like nobody likes to lose, right? For the most part, if we're looking at things in those terms. Okay, so like maybe something happened here. You know, like it may be learning from an experience that wasn't the most pleasant experience, but there's a lot to learn from it. And so that can be something that is connected to here. Maybe there's a part of you that kind of with this, I feel like trying to figure out something that you may not have fully figured out yet. And maybe there's a question of whether you will or not. In time, I'm hearing for some of you. So we have something relative going on here. Yeah, Page of Swords, I don't know, for some reason is feeling like needing to beat the clock a little bit. Yeah, I'm seeing this more and more. That Eight of Swords is reminding me of, it's like the damsel in distress that's on the train tracks, and Page of Swords has to figure out the puzzle in order to free the Eight of Swords here so they can get off the tracks and live to tell the tale. So Page of Swords is like sweating over here trying to figure out, what does this mean? What does this mean? And it has something to do with this Ten of Swords here, like something to do with this situation, what Page of Swords needs to learn. I feel too like maybe that's why Empress is coming through. Like maybe this is Venus coming through and saying like, hey, you can actually gain from this. You can learn something from this. This is actually a gift. So this Ten of Swords can be a gift if you look at it like that. So Page of Swords is about us learning from this in a way where I feel like it's going to liberate something that may not feel fully, totally liberated right now. I definitely feel like it's possible for this to be figured out because I'm seeing strength on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like Eight of Swords really can be freed here. Eight of Swords can be freed here, just so you can see what the Eight of Swords looks like. This is the person I feel like is on the train track there, and Page of Swords needs to free them so they can get up and walk away. Well, not walk away, but like get up and move around again and not feel so bound. Now, what is this feeling of being bound connected to? I'm seeing an Ace of Wands, which is a funny thing to see. Like maybe a door opens and you kind of like freeze up here and you don't really know what to do. Because it feels like it's leading to a path opening up, I'm seeing. And I mean, having something like this here, this is something that we would see as being like a great opportunity. This is a great door that's opening. Like this is something that we would feel like we could thrive within. This is something that would feel very fitting for us, potentially having Venus there. Because Venus is like those best qualities of ourselves and like our greatest potential, and having an opportunity that's connected with that part of ourselves, it's something worth exploring. isn't it? But then having Eight of Swords be connected to it, like maybe there's something about not initially feeling that way. It's like you get a chance to be on the star basketball team you've wanted to be on, and they're telling you to go like on the court now, and now you're getting all nervous and you're like, me off the bench? It kind of feels like that a little bit to me. It's like a great opportunity and it is something that you want, but maybe there's this like initially being like, I don't know if I can do that. Like it just may feel like it doesn't naturally come to you, maybe a little bit, just because you feel nervous. But then, like, I don't know if this is something, I can't see what's going to happen yet. I have to pull more cards. But maybe if this is something that you end up going for, it's something that you find that you can like be on that level and do that. And that maybe it does come to you more naturally than you are giving yourself credit for right now. And maybe that's also part of what Page of Swords has to learn. This is going to feel like a bit of a crossroads is what I'm seeing. So I do get that a decision is going to need to be made with this. Interesting. Having 10 of Swords above Page of Pentacles, you may need to end something in order for this to open up. But I'm also seeing like an ending is going to help you with this thing that you have going on here. I'm getting confirmation of this. It feels kind of simplistic, but it makes sense for what I'm seeing. You know, like if you're so concerned and consumed in your own head that you're not going to like take this opportunity in front of you, which I feel like low key is something that you want, maybe even high key something that you want. It's like when we are in the energy of the Empress, again, coming back to like you're sitting on the bench and they're like, go out on the court, let's see what you can do here. And you're like, me, go out on the court. And it's like, you have to go through tryouts. You did all of this stuff to get there. It's not like you just happened to be on the bench. Having the Empress is like you attracted this opportunity to you by being the Empress, by being empowered. So this thing is coming your way because of you being in that frequency. But maybe there's a part of you that's like not fully, I wouldn't say that you're not fully ready for this, but you can feel like you're still processing something over here that you haven't like cracked the code yet. Something here, like Page of Swords looking directly at this, like you need to see something about this. Something needs to be understood. And I do feel very much like it's going to liberate this part of you that needs to be freed up in order to maneuver within this, in order to navigate this situation. Okay, so I'm seeing Three of Pentacles be coming out. There's a possibility that when it comes to what exactly you're going to do about this opportunity, there may be a need for you to coordinate something here. Coordinate, communicate. Maybe there's even like a working together and figuring this out. Like for some of you, you may not be the only person that's moving through this. If that is the case, everybody needs to be coordinated. Everybody involved in this particular thing needs to get on the same page. Because this looks too like this new chapter that's opening up. Wow, I'm glad that I used this example of going on the basketball court, because I'm seeing that what it looks like to me is that like it's not just 1v1. This is you being on an actual team here. And so it feels like everybody does need to coordinate and get on the same page so we know what's going on. That doesn't mean everybody's doing the same thing at the same time, but it means that everybody's like working together. Everybody's moving around harmoniously. There's something about you beginning this new chapter where these things are important. So it will be clear communication, it will be active listening, it will be coordinating so everybody's on the same page and we're not all trying to do different things. It's like running different plays at the same time. This is to make sure everybody's running the same play at the same time, so we're all like moving in sync in a way that we need to be moving here. And that's also going to be the theme of this new chapter. Because it's an Ace of Wands and it's an Ace of Pentacles, you always have the option of whether you say yes or no to an ace. It's just the potential there. It's just the door that opens. It's just the portal that opens. You get to decide whether that's something that you want to go for or not. So it's not like you're just being pushed into this and you have to play. You decide if you go on the court or not. And maybe also there's something here that's being indicated about like maybe not trying to do something totally on your own. Like maybe something about collabing is going to be necessary here. Maybe you're going to find that to be helpful. Because with this Page of Pentacles, we don't really like know totally. Oh, I feel like my heart's beating so fast. We don't totally know what it is that we're imagine. We don't totally know what it is that we're doing here. When we have a Page of Pentacles, we're still figuring out the ropes. And so there's a need sometimes for like guidance, but I'm not seeing anyone know better than you. It feels like maybe you and the other person that's involved in this, maybe you're both pages here. Which means maybe, I mean, we have a Page of Swords and we have a Page of Pentacles. Maybe like you're coordinating with this person, working with this person, but because you're both coming out as pages, nobody like knows better than the other in like in a tiered type of way. Meaning like Page of Swords may know things that Page of Pentacles doesn't know. And Page of Pentacles may have certain skills that Page of Swords doesn't have. So they are coming from their like unique perspectives and working together. But it's not like one of them is like higher up on like the food chain than the other one. Like both of them are pages. And so energetically, these two people are the same age moving through this process, energetically speaking. And so there is a need to coordinate and to collaborate and to work together here. But I'm seeing like some type of anxiety about this, which I'm kind of getting, but I'm not totally getting. I'm feeling like something else is going on here that hasn't totally come to light yet. Like, I feel almost like, what's the holdup here? What's going on with this? Why do we have this Eight of Swords here? I feel more and more with that Ten of Swords, like something went down. It doesn't feel like it's happening anymore. It feels like an event happened, okay? A situation happened, and it may not have been an easy thing. It may have actually been something, that felt difficult to move through, yet this situation is, whatever that was specifically, it's not happening anymore. It already happened, but there's something that needs to be picked up from it that I don't feel like it has fully been picked up from it yet. Meaning something, there's like information or like something needs to be learned about this that has not been totally... I feel like Page of Swords didn't find something that they need to find still that's related to this thing that happened. Because it feels like this thing that happened, it's supposed to help. Like it's supposed to, if Page of Swords and Page of Pentacles are collaborating, something went down, like maybe they got in a fight with one another and it's like, I'm never going to talk to you again. And then they like came back together and they made up and now they're trying to work through it. Like something about the things that happened during that scene that they were playing out, that like the scene is over, so they're not playing out the scene anymore. But there's something that Page of Swords needs to like remember about that scene, needs to connect the dots about that scene, and it's something that's actually supposed to help Page of Swords and Page of Pentacles work together here. And so I feel almost like something may be on the verge of being understood, but something did not fully click into place yet. Yeah, I do feel like Page of Swords and Page of Pentacles, these are the two characters that we have here. They were trying to do something together, okay? It feels like whatever it was, it didn't work. Like maybe they're trying to climb a mountain together, okay? Whatever it is that they were trying to do, it didn't work. They like fell back down the mountain, okay? But it's not to say like this doesn't work. There's something that it's like, I feel like something here just needs to be understood about it. It's like you didn't like clip the carabiner the right way. Like something, it needs to be recognized about this because it's meant to help them to work together again. This isn't meant to be like, oh, I guess we just can't climb mountains together. I'm not seeing that be what's being implied here. Like they had a plan to climb the mountain. It didn't work. They tumbled back down. There's a need to learn from what didn't work and why things happened the way that they did so that they can climb the mountain again. Because I'm seeing something like we need to climb the mountain. We are supposed to be here doing this. We need to talk about like what happened and what we learned from that so we can climb the mountain now. So they're actually meant to, this isn't meant to, that Ten of Swords is not meant to deter them. It's actually meant to help them so that they can like actually accomplish climbing that mountain together. What I'm seeing this Eight of Swords be connected with is somebody needing to make a move here. Somebody needs to say something here, and it's something that they want to do. We're starting with the Empress over here, which is when we're feeling our most empowered, when we're feeling our best, when we are like giving off the energy that is most pure to our essence and making moves aligned with that. And Page of Cups is going to be Knight of Cups is going to be us following our hearts. Maybe you are following your heart into some type of unknown here. Like maybe you've only got there on the mountain with this page before you fell back down, and now you're gonna like scale new heights that you've never scaled before. But there's something here about needing to communicate something. And like if I were just like reading these cards alone, this can be like a gesture needs to be made. This can be something needs to be communicated. And it's not just anything. This is like something from the essence of one's heart that needs to be communicated. This will be a gesture that comes from a very pure place within that needs to be made here. But there can be like I'm not feeling so comfortable in that vulnerability, and it's kind of deterring me a little bit here. But I almost feel like something may have happened that had shown how important maybe something like vulnerability is, just an example, in this situation that maybe hasn't totally clicked, where if that did, where it was like, oh, that's what was needed here, it would feel like a no-brainer. Because I almost feel like, I don't know if this is like going to be a repeat situation if whatever this is isn't totally understood and learned. Right? It's like if you fell back down the mountain with this person because somebody wasn't in a place where they were being truly vulnerable, but that it like wasn't under, Page of Swords didn't understand that. Page of Swords may be like, let's try to climb the mountain again, without realizing that you'll succeed with that vulnerability. Again, just an example, because I don't know what this was specifically for you. It can be vulnerability. It can be something else that you have going on here. It's like whatever that is needs to be understood so that an adaptation can be made, and it's going to make the climb more effective. But there can be something about somebody not wanting to wear their heart on their sleeve here Eight of Swords and Knight of Cups, or there can just be a nervousness. Like, I don't want to say that. Like, am I going to be judged? What are they going to think? But because the Empress is there, it's like, if this is true to you, and if this is honest for you, if this is authentic to you, if this is just what from a place of love within your heart, this comes forth from you, do it. Because you may really be thinking too much about it, psyching yourself out, and then getting stuck when this is an opportunity for you to empower yourself. And I think too, at the end of the day, like, if you're focusing on the results of something, it does something that messes with the process. This is about the process, and that is what you're meant to be focusing on here. And having Venus be the only card that's coming out here that's a major arcana, but then having Pisces on the bottom of the deck, having Venus and having Pisces, this is an energy that is connected with like the most unconditional love possible. And moving through something in a way where we are not fighting the force. We are moving with the flow of things, and we are tuned into a divinely empowering channel. And this is how we are meant to move forward through this process. And also recognizing too that that tumble that you took down the hill with this person, it is a gift because it gave you important information that you did not have before that will help you accomplish exactly what you've been setting out to accomplish this entire time. And that it will be successful, and that you are learning from your like so-called mistakes, even though they're not. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.